All right, so this is some hints on how to do the check for understanding. The first question looks like this. I don't know if they'll be scrambled or not, but what you need to do in each sequence is you need to look at whether there's a common difference or a common ratio. So arithmetic has a common difference. And geometric has a common ratio. And if it doesn't have either of those, then it's neither. So you want to pick arithmetic, geometric, or neither. So this first one, you're adding 8 to each term. So pick that. This one, you're adding 1 and then add 2. Whoops. Then add 3. Add 4. And so on. So is that your arithmetic, geometric, or neither? This one, you're going from 2 to 8, 8 to 32. So multiply by 4. And this one here, 15 to 5, 5 to 5/3, you're dividing by 3. Or multiply by 1/3. And then this one, you're subtracting 0.25, or you can look at it as adding negative 0.25. All right, so you can select the type by those hints right there. And then the second one, find the sum of the sequence. So first of all, is this arithmetic or geometric? So you're subtracting 3 here. Or adding negative 3. All right, so the sum for the arithmetic sequence, the formula there is S sub n is equal to A1 plus A sub n divided by 2 times the number of terms. So we know what A1 is 108, and A sub n is 15, and we don't know what n is. So in order to find out what n is, we can use the formula that A sub n is A1 plus n minus 1 times d. Well, if we plug in what we know, A sub n is 15, and the first term is 108, and then n we're trying to find And the common difference is -3. So solve this for n. So we want to finish this here, solve it for n, and then plug that in here, because you know what A1 is 108, A sub n is 15. So the only thing you need to know here is n, and the way to find n is to plug into this formula here to find out what n is, and then plug it back into the sum formula. All right, so the next one, this is arithmetic also. So in letter A sub n is 74. Oops, A sub 1. We'll make A sub 1 74. So A sub 1 is 74. And A sub n is 6. And then how many rows of logs are there? So you're looking for n. And then when you find that, you can plug that in here. So the letter A would be A sub n is 6. And the first row has 74 logs. And then plus n minus 1. And there's it should say that each row has 4 more logs than the row above it. Yeah, that's right. So that would be -4. So you would have 74, then 70, then 66, then ... 6. So we're trying to find out what n is. So 74 plus n minus 1 times d, which is -4. So d is -4 here. And then once I find n in letter B, you still have that A1 is 74 and A sub n is 6. But we don't know what n is. You find it in this equation here, whatever this is, you're going to plug it in down here into S sub n is equal to A1 plus A sub n over 2 times n. All right, next question is this future value question. They give you what R is, it's 100, and then 0.3% in decimal form is 0.003, and you're compounded monthly, so I is going to be 0.003 over 12. And then you want to use the formula to find the amount in the account after the 6th month. So this is the way it should look in your Desmos calculator. So you want to do 100 times, and then hit the divide key to get this fraction bar. And then parentheses 1 plus, hit the divide key again, 0.003, and put 12 in the denominator. Close the parentheses, and then use the A to the B key, put a 6 in there when you hit the A to the B key, and then -1. And then on the bottom here, you're going to hit the divide key again, 0.003 over 12. and then you're going to get an answer. So make sure your answer is reasonable. I put this 100 in the wrong place originally, and I got an outrageous answer, so I knew something was wrong. And then I fixed my mistake. You also could put 100 up here in the numerator and then put parentheses around this whole thing. And that's what I did not do. So if you don't put parentheses around this whole thing and put the 100 in the numerator, you're going to get an outrageous answer because there's going to be 100 times this. But then you're not doing the 100 times that there. So make sure that if you put this 100 up here, then you put parentheses around this whole thing. So it'll look like this here. But you can just make it look like this here on your calculator, and you should get the right answer. All right, next one. This one is John is taking out a personal loan, $5,000. Annual interest rate, 7.5% compounded monthly. So you're using the formula from Algebra 2 here. You're trying to find out what the annuity value is here. So the principal is 5,000.075 for the rate. They took 7.5% and make it into decimal form. Monthly is 12, and then the number of years is 3. So plug all these numbers in here, and you should get the correct answer. So because you have to use this answer for this one, so when you plug into this formula here on your calculator, you should get $6,257.23. And then to figure out his monthly payments, that's his future value. The future value would be $6,257.23. And you want to find the monthly payments. You want to find out what R is. Well, I would be 7.5% divided by 12. That's going to go in here, substitute that in for I. And then minus 1 divided by I. So the first thing you should do is take this future value and multiply by 0.075 over 12. So right here, first multiply 6,275.23 times this value I, which is this. And then you're going to divide by this whole numerator here. So it'd be 1 plus 0.075 over 12. And N, I didn't write there, it's 36. So, oh, it's there, it's right here. So N is 36, that goes right in there. So you're gonna take this result, let me say that again, $6,275.23 times this I value. You can get a result, and then you're going to divide that whole thing by this here, where I, once again, is 0.075 over 12, and N is 36. So this goes in here, and then that goes there. Make sure, be careful with the calculator. Make sure your answer is reasonable. If you don't get a reasonable answer, if you get something that's more than this, that's definitely not reasonable. You should get a reasonable monthly payment on a $5,000 loan. So just to clue you in, it's somewhere between $100 and $200, the answer that you should get for this second part there.